Have you ever struggled to come up with something truly intriguing with your world building or a piece, for example, magic system, a piece of world building where you just can't quite get it to work and you really want to make it world class? Well, stick around. Let's take a look. So, as I have worked through my own writing in world building, as I love world building, I have come to the conclusion that there are 3 things that will help to influence and create a world-class world building setting. These 3 concepts I have come to believe will actually help you create a world-class setting for your story. Let's go through them. Me English major, me like words, me make words work for me. So here we go. And don't forget, as you're coming into this video, if you like what you're seeing and you want to support me more, like, comment, and subscribe to see some more stuff coming your way. These are the 3 C's to level up your world building. Those 3 are conflict, constriction, condition. Let's break it down. Using these 3 things competently will help any magic system or any piece of world building feel that much more polished and functional in your world. It'll help your storytelling and your world building feel just that much more top-notch and world-class. Conflict isn't just an aspect of plot. Very, very important aspect of plot. It makes the story truly interesting when it comes to how the story plays out. However, when you're looking at world building, it actually does play a part in how the world feels real, feels interesting. Think about elements of storytelling, how they clash and how they do not always work together seamlessly can create a more interesting world for your story to take place in and for your characters to inhabit. This can also go towards your magic system. For example, let's say you have a character that has a moral conflict inside himself, to use a specific piece of this magic that goes against his beliefs. This conflict adds a layer of interest into the world building. It helps your readers find intrigue that they might want to keep reading because they see a potential influence onto the story based off the conflict within the world building itself. So conflict very much bleeds into other story elements, but that's kind of how it would interact with your world building potentially and help to add one more layer of polish. Now, when it comes to the next C, constriction, I find it the most intriguing and the most capable of leveling up your world building to have it really have that nice polish. Now, what does constriction mean? Well, think of it like a magic system having a limitation, something that stops it from being just super OP or whatever. Think about video games. If you're looking at a video game and you're playing that game, think of the difference between when you play a video game or you played with your friends, just outside, whatever. When you're trying to be creative, outside, you may have a set of rules, but you constantly break them. You're like, no, I got you. No, you got me. No, you're wrong. In the video game, you have those constrictions of the system, of the actual coding that create those hard barriers where, oh, you got hit too many times with a spell, you're dead. No matter how much you're going to argue, you're dead. And so those restrictions create an awesome foundation for some pretty dang cool stuff with the magic systems that you're developing. But think outside of the box too. How else can you apply that to the rest of your world building? For example, maybe you have a very large world you're working with or a big continent. There will be restrictions on how well a character is able to travel based off of where they are physically in the world. That's another restriction. That is the most interesting concept that you can introduce into your world building that will make it just, chef's kiss. Now, the last one is kind of an expansion on constriction, but it's condition or consequence. This isn't the same as constriction because constriction and limitations are the barriers, right? But what happens when someone attempts to break through those barriers or is using the magic in a different way, potentially that's not supported super well? There's a cost, correct? And this could be just the basic cost of using the magic, like, potentially blood is fueling the magic, like in one of my universes, Aspect of the Flesh, where their world is fueled by blood, all their magic and their spells and other bodily things. the actual cost of using that blood is you lose the blood, it's gone, right? But you can always go a little bit more, like how much more dangerous can things be based off of those costs, right? The consequences of the magic. Now expand that to other world building elements. What is the consequence of a king dying, or of a certain element of a country that just disappears? Let's say a volcano erupts. What's the consequence of that happening in your story? These consequences and these conditions will help elevate other elements as well. You could also include like the environment and chance into the condition, where these conditions need to be met as well to create that. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a deep dive into some really helpful keys to help leveling up your world building to a world-class setting. If you guys enjoyed it, keep an eye out for some other videos that might be coming out hopefully soon about world building elements and helping to find the spice in your universe, in your world, that makes your stuff unique. If you're interested, keep an eye. Those hopefully be coming. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support, all the likes, commenting, and subscribing. It's super helpful for the engagement of YouTube and shows at YouTube that you guys actually kind of like the stuff you're watching, which is pretty cool. And don't forget, there are no bad ideas, just unfinished ones. Take care.